everybody? Welcome to 21 Questions of High Ground Q&A. This is episode 2. Episode 2. On this episode, we got another HGU member. We got a crash out member, and OG. He's always here. Like he's here more than I am sometimes. Uh, he he knows his sports. He knows what he's talking about. He won the in the clutch ENT fantasy league. I'm just gonna throw that out there, not trying to step on toes or nothing. This is a good show. Uh, and he is the intercontinental crash out champion for Crash Out Tuesday for our other show. Give it up for JaytheKidd.
What's good, y'all? What's good?
That's a nice ring.
Y'all hear what they do? Yeah, it's a nice ring. You want to close up? Look at that. There you go.
Oh, yeah, it's a very nice ring.
There you go. There's the focus.
Yeah.
I just see fantasy league.
Yeah.
It's a nice little small trophy gift for winning the league. But we might get into that later. But what's going on, man? Ready for this little interview?
Yeah, so it's a little bit of a good interview. I wanted to throw some music up in this one, just to loop. I don't know if the people gonna like it or not. We'll see. We still in that phase. I guess I can use that's the Yangtze giant. Let me see if I got that. Yeah, there we go. My bad, folks. I've been late today. Put this in the background like that. I know Jay can barely hear it. Hell, I can barely hear it. There we go. That's what I needed here. All right. So how this works? Simple 21 questions. Answer it as unscriptedly honest as you can. You can even give examples of whatnot. Go into detail about it. This is your story, your life. So, just a real quick one. A good little icebreaker. A good little test.
Okay.
Do you have a quirky or unusual skill people know about?
An unusual skill. Trying to think. I have plenty of skills. I'm trying to think of like the most unusual. Well, I don't think I can do it much anymore. But once upon a time, and by that time I mean like 8 years ago. That was the last time I was able to do a 30-second handstand with my big size.
I'm about to say, big people like us can't be turning over like that. You know how my stomach would probably hit me in my face. So.
But nah, I was on some energy that day, and it was like that's the last time I'm doing that because the body joints hit in. So I don't know, man. I guess the weird quirk is I'm unusually athletic for my size. Though I'm not very fast, I can I have other flexibilities and such. Not double jointed, but yeah.
Yeah, I still don't know anybody that's double jointed. I know somebody with 6 toes though.
Yeah, I think I knew somebody like that, but I've never seen him. So you might have been lying.
Good one. That's a good one right there. It was a good little number one question out of the 20 more that we have left in here. Some of them, only 7 of them are the same as what Lynn got from last week.
Okay.
And the other 14 I wrote for you. So the second one, we're going to move on to number 2 because it's supposed to be a short show, and last week it was like 40 minutes. What's a recent trend or event that has caught your attention and why?
What's a recent trend?
It could be that dumb one that I still don't understand with the bananas and the ice.
Oh yeah, no, I don't. I hadn't even looked into that, but that definitely hadn't caught it my attention. The most, you know what? I do got one. It's really recent. It's really recent, and it's been on really X, and it might be on other social media, but I've seen it specifically on X. The GBR AI art trend. The GB Studio AI trend. That's it, right?
What is it?
Basically, and I actually guess I can show you an example. Basically, people are taking real life memes, putting them in a studio GB arts type of
arts like
yeah, I got one up there. Here's the dude thinking.
Oh yeah. I actually enjoyed that one. That was a good one. I've seen some real good ones come out. Oh yeah, I got one that I need.
I could not save that one. That was hilarious. Well, there's a few of them I got saved in there, man. That just I get it. It's AI, but honestly, it's just a trend, and there's a bigger trend apparently with people hating on it. But everybody hates on everything. But it's just like, because it's AI, it's easy to hate that. It's easy to hate AI because people actually draw, and it's like, oh, that's becoming the Stone Age. People have them draw for them. They're right, but it's just a trend. Relax.
Right. Yeah, I'm not too much about that. People hate on anything. It's kind of weird to hate and be more of a traditionalist on something as progressive as internet.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just weird. But that's a good trend. I didn't even know it was a trend. I just thought some people got bored and said, "Hey, fuck it." Yeah.
Too many people got bored and said, "Fuck it." That's what started the trend. And trends are easy. Like mind trends like that, those are easy to start with social media. Sometimes they're good, sometimes they're ass.
Hey, I'd rather that trend than like Tide Pods from a decade back.
Oh fuck my God. My God. Don't even. Who the fuck, bro? I'm sorry. That you just brought back a memory of melted stupidity, bro.
Nah, I was sitting in Ollie's, the little store, Ollie's Bargain Outlet or whatever.
Yeah.
I was sitting in there, and somebody was telling me, homegirl was telling me, yeah, they have a Tide Pod trend. What is that? Oh, they eat Tide Pods. What?
Yeah, that's what I said.
Excuse me.
That's the exact case. I was like, I'm sorry? You're eating detergent? Willingly? What the fuck? Oh man.
Yeah. So yeah, I was like, yo, that's why I'm glad to see those of you who have eaten Tide Pods ended up just using AI to make shit look cool. That's fine.
No IQ lost off of no IQ lost on my end.
Here is a group question. This will be on every single. It doesn't matter who goes up here. Ross, Triple P, Cypher. It doesn't matter. They'll all get this question. Okay. What's been your favorite moment as you use the HGU podcast member? So that is like Lynn had to do it for his Sanity and Symphony. This one is for you for HGU. What's been your favorite moment in podcasting so far?
Oh man. Honestly, and I kind of hate that it didn't get fully recorded, but the clip is still there because it just came off the live stream. That particular moment, and there's a ton of moments that I got caught with, surprise, shocked when we were live streaming the draft, WWE, sports, a ton of those. I think the best one I have right now was my reaction to John Cena turning heel, because that was literally 15 fucking years in the making.
Yeah.
And we caught it on camera. I never thought that we were ever going to catch it on camera, live video. I never thought about that. There were so many moments that, like, say back 2013, Game 6 in the NBA Finals when Ray Allen hit that shot. Boy, I would have loved to get that on camera. I went ape shit, dude. 20. There's a lot of them. Like 2016 when the Cavs won the championship, that was something I wanted to get on camera. Random NBA ones. Those are the only things I can think of. Sorry about it. Mm-hmm. But Oh, even college games, not just UNC, but a bunch of college games that were hitting those buzzer beaters. Honestly, I'll even shoot myself in the foot here. I would have hated it, but it would have been good content when Villanova hit that shot. That would have been crazy content. But just going back to that John Cena one, that's one of the first moments that had so much history behind it. Because, bro, I've been watching before John Cena got debuted, so I was still The Rock, I was still Stone Cold, I was on Undertaker. I was that was my level at the time. John Cena comes in, and I only get to know him that well with the PhD in thugonomics rapper type shit. Boy, that's the first one I grew up where I actually started to enjoy John Cena, just because he would come out there and actually roast niggas. I remember how he led up to it, but when he pulled out the peanuts from his joints and say "choke on these," that was the line. That was the bar. But just going back through that all the way up to all the way to now, I've never seen this dude turn heel or scowl or do something nefarious once. Now, granted, it's not major yet, and it's literally at the end of his career, but I'm here for it, bro. I love it. I'm here for it. I'm a boo him. I'm a boo him like everybody boos him. Like he dumped everybody. Blah blah blah. But deep inside, I love it.
Right.
I love that type of shit, and that's why I'm glad I got that on camera. And it's a clip. It's not live on because we had to take it down, but we got the clip, and I got the clip.
We had to take it down. That's sad. One day we won't have to do that no more. They'll actually show us on commercials and shit like they do other people that we follow. So
yeah, facts.
Yeah, that was a good answer. I like that one. Nobody because my brain was filled with Carolina Panthers selecting who they selected, another random one, but you came out and said, yeah, man,
that's probably
Cena turning heel.
That's probably second right now, another random one, because that's brandable.
Right. If you could, this would be us one day, so you can think about it like this, but if you could create a podcast episode with an unlimited budget, what would the theme or concept be?
With a limited budget, just like one episode for a day?
Was it what is it called? Carte blanche or some bullshit? Carte blanche or some shit?
I think I someone know what you're talking about, but
it's where you have just a bottomless pit of budget. Basically, you don't have money. Is not an issue, like RDC World type shit.
Gotcha. Well, I mean, I remember them where money was an issue because they never stayed in the same house, but now they made it, so it's not an issue no more. But anywho, what would I talk about? Honestly,
what would the theme or the concept be like? Personally, maybe it'd be a get together of everybody type shit. It'd be a huge reunion, like a family reunion type deal. It'd be, instead of just the regional get together, it'd be national, where all the HGU members are.
Yeah, something like that, because I like what we're doing, like as a group, as on the podcast. I always like the type of group podcast thing. You know what I'd actually do, and really it would kind of be the same type of rotating topic that we do now, but just with different added ones. Me and a couple of my closest cousins, I would actually love to be on a podcast with them, because off camera, when we just spit, we were just yapping it up, we just yeah, when we just yapping it up and everything, just one-on-one, we talk about a lot of stuff that's like really interesting between us, but no one else hears it.
Right.
I can't really think of a lot of examples, but there'd be a lot of stuff that's be going on in the world that we'd be talking about, and then we'd be having like ideas of what they can do, what they should do, what they won't do, and how this got to that, and how places got to be. We just go on for like hours sometimes. I think last time we was talking, it was actually at at one of my cousin's birthday party, my closest cousin. It was at, who I still talk to, by the way. I'm actually going to see him Saturday, but he he was his birthday party, and we had rented an Airbnb in Raleigh, and we were just talking on the patio, right, shooting the breeze and shit, just shooting shit. We were just talking about random stuff going on in the world, just really how reflecting on on what we did in the past,
right?
You know, we were playing sports together. We were basically in the sandbox together because me and him probably go like so far back. My first memory of being with him, my first memory with him, because obviously we were young, but it was in our church's parking lot, and I had my mom just saying, "This is your cousin." I'm like, I don't know what a cousin is. I just remember her saying, just introducing him, and he just looked at me. I just looked at him, and that's all I remember. But it connected through, man. I mean, we've been to each other's house. He has a brother, and I have a brother. They connect well, just like we connect. And we just probably the closest cousins. Him and actually my cousin's brother, and two of my other cousins on my dad's side. I would actually like to get a podcast going, so we could just talk about stuff that we like general sports. First of all of us are really more so college football heads than pro heads, and we're gonna do this because it's 21 questions. I'm a Panthers fan. My cousin, the one I'm just talking about, Cowboys fan. But I'll bother him about it because he's actually sensible.
Right.
Yeah. So and even it runs in my entire family. Honestly, his dad's a Cowboys fan. My dad is a Cowboys fan, and that's that. So those days when the Cowboys show up and they shoot the shit about the Cowboys content, stuff
right.
like that, and bigger things like music and current events, So that's probably the one setting, me and my family thing. I don't know what we call it. I don't want to call anything lame or nothing, but and it'd be unfiltered, those shows where you can just lay back, like Gil's Arena. Yeah. It's something you definitely. I'd say that's probably the main template of it, a Gil's Arena type.
Gotcha.
All
right.
Yeah.
All right. So. Boy, you took up 8 minutes one question. What the hell?
Okay, I'm
what did you type of Ganges did you throw on me? This man said, hold on to your horses, host Bam. Watch this.
Wow.
No, it's fine. You do you. This is what we're here for. This HGU. What you mean?
Yeah.
Number 5. Oh yeah. You took up 8 minutes on number 4. I'm just saying. Number 5.
15 more questions.
We got a lot. What's a piece of advice someone gave you? That's why I had to stop you real quick, because I was thinking you was about to get into this next question, and I ain't even asked you yet. What's a piece of advice somebody gave you that you still hold on to?
My dad always had gave me advice that's to in life, and it's really simple. You've always heard this. Always hope for the best, but prepare for the worst. And if you're prepared, for the worst, you'll be able to plan and turn it into the best. It's one of those life gives you lemons, but that's a whole nother quote on it. But I've always thought about that. And then there's other things that my dad told me, my mom told me, and even my brothers told me that I've taken to heart. But that's probably the one thing that I've always go through when I come up through stressful situations. And I do that a lot, with my first job that I go to, every day to make money. I always, try to look at it as I could be off worse. So let's just move forward and make the day the best, And I get heated sometimes, so it's a struggle. So it's a big struggle, but I know like now for like 10 years at least, I'm a lot better, and I'm improving, and I'm continuing to improve. Something that my dad always settled me.
Yeah. Man, I can't wait for one of y'all to interview me. Come up with your own questions. I'm waiting for that one, probably in about 30 or 40 episodes.
I might have to do some research for that.
Yeah, man. I'm a conundrum.
Yeah.
If you woke up, okay, cool. I like this one because you're an anime fan too. So this might actually wake up your creative isekai juices. Here we go. If you woke up in an alternate reality, what's one thing you would immediately want to try?
To fly. and it's kind of weird to say just off of a superhero reality. And I just kind of think of it as a question, like if I woke up in an alternate reality and say, I don't know, I come in this reality where my body's more amplified than everybody else, and I can do like you said, in anime sense, superpower things. And one thing I always wanted to do is just as a superpower, and not even sky fly, just like the standard short shot float and fly. Like literally when I leave the house, I can go in the sky just real quick and just fly and then land at work in like 5 seconds rather than 10 minutes.
Right.
Stuff like that, but not just really the fly, but just general athleticism. Like just and I don't want to put this like through Dragon Ball Z, but it's the best example I can think of. I know that's more of a mainstream thing, but I also grew up on that. Somebody on social media asked one day, and it was a while back, if you could wake up as Goku, what's the first thing you'd do? And that's kind of what I thought about when you asked that question. And me being I'm giving you the answer that I gave you. Me being Goku going out and said, first thing I'm doing is I'm going right into the sky, turning Super Saiyan, putting my hands like this, and I am throwing the biggest Kamehameha wave I can just muster into space, just to test how strong that shit is, and then do other stuff. Right. And the Gooners in the damn comments, so it was talking about Chi-Chi, and I'm like, Chi-Chi gonna be there. She's gonna be there. She's like, they're married. We're married. She's always gonna be there. I'm a fucking not just a Super Saiyan. I'm fucking Goku. It's like that is an entire day, an entire week of stuff to do. Man, and the last thing I want to do is bang your wife that you can do every night.
Come on. You answer the next question. Watch this. Watch this next question. Tell me you didn't just answer that. If you were granted a superpower for one day, what would it be and how would you use it?
Well, let me switch that up because fly was that, but actually strength, super strength, like that and flying.
How would you use super strength? Yeah, would you be evil? Would you be evil Jay? Would you be Jay the Majin Buu or some shit?
I would low-key probably be like Batman Jay. but with Superman powers.
He'd be Jay the Kid Buu. That's what he'd be.
I'm Bat Jay.
Not Bat Jay.
That's time shit because I'm not an evil person at heart, but I want to. Huh?
What would be your symbol? It wouldn't be no regular bat in the sky, bro. It wouldn't be no Batman sign. So what would your symbol be when they try to call you?
That's
not part of the 21 questions, by the way. That's just purely.
Yeah. And I got a quick answer. It would either be a silhouette of a high school senior photo that I can think of, that or just a prime initial with cursive, the J.
Mine would be. I'm gonna be funny. Mine would be a squeaky chair. I ain't even fucking sure.
Nah, that's a good one.
Yeah. Squeaky chair man, let's go. When you look back, number 9, when you look back, what's the one habit or trait that's helped you the most in life?
my intelligence, and I say that as in my ability to a foresight, if you will. Thinking about what could happen rather than thinking about what happened and how it happened in hindsight. Because and that's a little bit probably of a personal superpower to me, and it's kind of like called a superpower, but I think to myself I have incredible foresight, and I think sometimes it's even too good for my own comparison, and that not comparison. You know what I mean though. Sometimes I think it's too good for my own thought, because sometimes I overthink shit. No, not sometimes. A lot of times I overthink shit. So that, but at the same time, I'm very aware of a lot of things surrounding me, because just the world that I grew up in, how I live it and how I lived. I always had to have my back turned. Not that I grew up poor, dirt poor in the hood. I did kind of grow up in the hood, but that's another story. But just as me individually, and as how my parents raised me, is to keep your enemies close, but keep your friends close, but your enemies closer.
Right.
And just in general, just watch your surroundings, watch around you. You never know what could come up, because anything can sneak you. And back to what my dad said, if it's just prepare for the worst.
Right. There are times in life as you get older. I think me and you both are in our 30s. So
yeah,
that you end up doing things that are more geared towards reality than dreams that you've had. Like me, I have my little music channel. I do little anime recreations that are in cinematic form. I do all that good stuff, but it's not my reality. It's my dream. I want to do cinematic stuff. You got Fuego that wants to be a photographer slash film director, but he works where he works because it's reality. So, given with those examples, what's a dream you've had for a long time but you haven't pursued yet, and what would be holding you back?
And it's kind of weird to say. And it's actually a perfect answer. Coaching.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And what's holding me really back is I'm still trying to build myself as a leader.
Right.
And I can't. And I've been into this some time. Like my dad had been like a coach for the Pee Wee leagues, the youth baseball city leagues, and all that stuff. So I've been around general coaching. So me as a person, when I grew up and realized I'm not that athletic to hoop or go into a professional career like that, maybe baseball I tried, but. There's also one thing of actually learning the entire game, because at the same time I wasn't completely unathletic or didn't play any sports at all. I played sports, but I just never got to that certain level. And there's a lot of people that never got to that certain level. But me up and understanding the games, not just basketball, not just football, all sports more. It gives me more of a kind of a kick into where my passion's at, and I never really thought about doing that. My dad had done it for this and that, and not recently, but since 2018, 2019, he was assistant coach on the on a high school basketball team in back in our hometown in Durham, but it's Southern Durham, but he was a high school coach there, and certain seasons I would be traveling with the team and watching him do stats and all that stuff, and really just watching how the plays and just just a standard amateur basketball just roll, and and over time, even through gaming and all that stuff, I've learned a lot. I learned a lot of stuff, especially about football, especially about basketball. Two things that I love the most, and even about baseball, because I love those three things. But I never thought to see myself like that, just because I can lead, but it's at a certain point where I know that there's levels to that, and I'm not on that level, but I know I can get on that level. So maybe one day I can just pursue that if it just ever comes up and I'm able to do it, then I'll probably do it. But yeah, coaching.
Right. That's a good answer. That's a good, solid answer. We're halfway through, and we're literally halfway. It's been 30 minutes, so we halfway through now.
All
Look,
right.
we was talking about trends earlier. We touched on a few things. Personally, I like this new trend that you said. I might have to go look it up later because I didn't know it was an actual trend, like I said. But there's a few that I hate. Like I still hate the go touch grass trend. I hate that shit. Stop telling me that. I touched grass about 20 years ago.
It's
Trust me,
boring,
it's better if I'm inside. But with that said, what's one trend you wish would fade away into existence and one that you hope will flourish?
Um, one thing that I hope wish would fade away to existence, because there's let me think of the
Man,
best one, because you know what, I got a good one. The one who wish I would fade to existence. Calling niggas when they turn 25. No,
oh,
I, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, bro. Because back when I turned 25, like, you know, back in my actual 20s, that was never a thing. The only people were our actual uncles, and
right.
so and our aunties were our aunties. Come post 2020. Hell, it didn't even really I didn't even really hear it like that much till like after 2022, like not too long ago. People start referring to people who at first it started over their 30s as and I'm already over my 30s at the time, and I'm like, and it wasn't even that strong, and I just thought it was kind of cute, funny. It's like, okay, it's not okay, that's kind of that thing, but nobody really uses it like it. I thought there was an understanding, but really the people that's 10 years younger, literally in their mid 20s to early 20s, they feel some type of way where they're in that quote unquote lion status to where they think they're young and rule the world, and so they can spit out and call people whatever they want and have no regard for it. And you know what's funny? I wouldn't mind it if they didn't put a sense of disrespect behind it. That's how I feel.
I do be putting a whole bunch of
Because they don't put no respect. They don't use it with a sense of respect.
They really
Like,
don't.
because
When
when I call my uncles and all that, I respect them. But these niggas, they use it as a joke, as a point of, aha, you old, you type shit.
right, they
It's
got tired of
corny.
saying boomer, and then now they say unk like it's worse. Somehow, unk used to be the goal, bro. Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Nowadays, you're blessed to live in your 30s, bro. 40s even. I don't know.
man,
Yeah,
definitely
that's
30s. There's too many.
yeah.
There's too many people I know that's you know. Oh no, you got blurry again.
Oh shit. Hold on. Hold on. This is my little trick.
Oh, don't worry. I know other people that do
There it
that
is.
too. Yeah, but yeah. But okay. So we found out that you wish that one would fade away. Which one do you wish would stay and flourish?
Um, I think I saw a kind of I'm trying to remember. I'm trying to remember exactly what it was. It's the trend of videos where people, you know what, I kind of know where it is, and it's kind of weird because it's a little flip from this and that. When dudes go, and it's a small trend. It hasn't really started up yet. I've started seeing just recently when dudes go out, you know, to talk to a girl and all that. some random dude would show up and say, "Hey, bro, thanks for that $1,000 that you loaned me, bro." Just hit up with the assist. Yeah, I know, but it's not that. It's not specifically that. It's those general things where somebody's doing something, but just a random stranger will go out and actually help the nigga.
Yeah, it's the ghost wingman.
Yeah, and it don't even have to be with a girl. It could be with anything, you know. Right. I've seen that kind of trend of videos, and that's the type of content that I like.
Right. Okay. Yeah, that's dope. I think you touched on this earlier. You might just be able to reiterate this one. Is there a lesson you've learned the hard way that you think everyone should hear?
Save your money, man.
Damn sure.
And it wasn't the super hard way, but it's hard when you're growing up as a young adult, and you just get out of college, and you're over here looking for a job and everything. I really wish I had to save more money than I actually spent. That's probably one thing I regret the most. And I didn't really spend a lot, but there's a lot of things that I spent on that I thought that was unnecessary to do. I could have saved it here, built it up there. I live in an apartment right now, but I could, if I had been a little more smart with my money, I'd probably be able to put a down payment on a house, live like that. So it's just minor stuff like that, and I'm learning as I go, so it's not too late. But if I had started earlier, I would probably be at more of a head start in what I do, and that even goes for like services that I had that I held on for too long, didn't realize that I could do this and save money,
right?
It's one of those things that certain things is trial and error. You gotta learn the hard way, but you learn,
Damn sure. Hell yeah. I mean, save your money. Hey, save your motherfucking money. Like, I got a homie whose, pops passed away about 15 years ago, 10, 15 years ago. Rest in peace. That's super unk right there. He let his son 250 racks. Cold hard money, 250 racks, and we told him, bro, put that bitch in the motherfucking savings account, bro. That shit is gonna fold over. Nope, that man was in his grieving stage, and he was a young dude at that time. He bought more cars. He put a competition, a competition style sound system in it. He was buying $4,000 golf clubs. That man was wild, bro. So he blew through all that, and now he doing better. He a hard worker, so I'm not gonna say now he down. No, he got him a little house bullshit. That thing is huge. But he worked hard with his family. So, but still, save your money. You come up on money like that, put it in the bank. Don't touch it.
Definitely.
You don't need the brand newest game that just came out. Trust me, you can wait. I'll be getting all these new games when they come on sale, anyways.
That's what I started doing too. Really, 2K got me out of that funk.
Right, ain't nothing like looking at everybody who played the game earlier than you for $65, $70 when you can just get it for $15 and just play it for the 3 weeks you're gonna play it for.
Exactly.
Now, enough about
exactly. Me. I just can say it better myself.
Number 13. What's one thing you've learned from being a part? Like, what's one thing you learned from being a part of this podcast that you didn't expect? Because there's a lot that I'm starting to learn. There's a lot that's changing me as being a part of this group. Because I was wild when y'all met me in ITC. I was wild. I'm wild now, but I ain't nothing like I used to be. So, so what's one thing that you've learned being part of this Discord that you didn't expect to learn?
Really, how to better communicate with people and how to better, so like actually schedule things, because I've been. That's the whole scheduling things and doing this and that, like, setting up for this time, setting up for live streams and stuff like that. I've actually been able to balance more of my, day after work schedule to actually make that happen. And then there'd be certain times where something would conflict, and I would try to do the best I can to let people know that if it comes up, it rarely comes up. It's rarely came up, but the future's the future. But yeah, those scheduling things, and really just better like communicate with people, because honestly, like stuff like this, like going through Discord with a camera, coming all the way to a stream, all that, I was never in that kind of position to ever try that, and I never thought I was going to that long term. But building a virtual platform like we are right now, and like you're in Florida, I'm in North Carolina, probably over 300 miles, something miles away, probably more. I don't know. We're still able to do stuff like this, Still able to do 21 questions live streams like that. It's better because I'm not that more of a. I'll say it live on here. I'm more introverted than anything. People think I'm actually more outgoing, going after people in the discourse and stuff like that. The truth is, in real life, I'm pretty introverted. I talk to people when I can, but I don't, go out my way to talk to people. And a lot of times I keep conversations short, except this one. But yeah, but it has to be something that I'm actually, invested in,
Well,
but yeah.
I mean, I guess that's one thing that I just learned about you in this podcast, is that you become more open. But they say that a lot about introverted people. Introverts are really introverts by choice, but then it becomes habit. So when you come out of your shell like that, it lets us do a lot more. That's why we started with the questions we started with.
I'm glad you mentioned that, because it felt like a habit when I realized what it was, and I made that decision to make it a choice,
Right.
That I don't like doing these things, but there are certain times where I want to go out and have fun. I want to go talk to people, stuff like that.
Right. So, all right, cool. So we talked about some of your skills earlier, some of your random skills, your quirky skills. We talked about what you liked earlier. We got to go back to that question. I got to revisit it one more time. We got to well, it's a new question. What's a topic or skill you've recently become obsessed with? Like, for instance, I'm obsessed with learning one brand new instrument, trying to make certain things better. Like, I'm dead ass obsessed with it. So
I don't know if I could think of anything that's an obsession. However, and it's kind of relevant to what you said about instruments.
Mm-hmm.
I would actually one day, and I've kind of done it a little bit on a lower scale, make beats.
Oh, yo,
because I'm more of a rhythm and background and beat type of person. I'm not the lyrical type. I rap songs, I enjoy songs, I listen to lyrics, and I love the lyrics. I'm not a freestyler, and and I could have told you that, but
I tell people all the time. Yeah, I tell people all the time, like there's more than two types, but when we talk about hip hop and stuff, you got vocal, you got your rappers, you got your lyricists, and you got your people who can do all three of those without saying a word. A lot of you beat makers can tell a story without having a word said.
Yes. Yeah.
So that's what I like to do. I like the behind the scenes, just like he does. I like behind the scenes as well. So that's dope. Hey, and you ain't the only one. We got Black Jesus. We got Cat, the lyricist. Me that makes the anime beats and stuff like that, and one of the other guys who will keep listening to all his beats right now. So yeah, that's dope. And we can definitely HGU can well, I can, through virtue of other things, help you at least get started with that.
I was about to say that, like, if that could work, then I'll be in for it.
Okay. Most surprising. I don't know how to introduce this one. Ain't no segue. Fuck it. What's the most surprising lesson life has taught you so far?
What's the most surprising Listen.
Besides, you got to save your money because it's hard out here for pimps.
Yeah. Not and it's really kind of lame, but it's really one of those developing. As you see it, it gets more surprising. A lot of people, a lot more than you think, wear a fake smile or put on a fake facade, and do that every day willingly, without breaking character.
Yep.
And then go turn around, do something else, and do another thing, and throw knives right at your back when you're not even thinking about it. No one's. It's not nobody. There's actual good people out there, but there's a lot of people that really pretend to be a good person, not to try to trick you that they're a good person, is to make you think they're a good person so they can get you later without you even knowing. Yeah. And it's one thing that I was taught, but it's one thing that you learn it better as it happens.
That's a damn good one too.
Yeah.
I know a whole lot of people. I mean, being content creators, new content creators,
right.
A lot of people might think that we're faking it, we're wearing just for them to views and shit. I don't give a fuck if y'all like it or not. We're gonna do this because it makes us feel good. So we're here to share it with you. That's why we're unscripted.
Yeah, man.
I mean, I know somebody might say, but your questions are scripted. Look, I had to write these bitches out. I'm not gonna remember 21 of these. I'm Unc, remember?
The answers aren't scripted though.
Yeah, the answers are fully
that's the most important part.
That's the beauty of writing the questions. I gotta make it so that he has to be unscripted. Cool. Number 16. We almost done. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I have to keep this for each and every one of y'all. With Lynn, this was a cool question. If you could send a message to your past self, what would you tell that motherfucker?
That is a cool question.
Mm-hmm.
Because I do think about this sometimes. And really it's in both it's in a lot of phases in my life where there's times where I wanted to say, don't be afraid of of what result might happen.
Mm-hmm.
Just go and do it, and you live with what you got. Like there's probably a certain time where I wish I had to try it out for this team, but I didn't pursue it. If I had pursued it, my life probably would have been different. Maybe.
Facts.
Maybe.
Facts.
And even just in general life, there's a lot of choices that I didn't make or made that when I saw, just to me, it could have ended differently, but a lot of times I just want to tell myself, bro, just speak up, just defend yourself, or just say this, say that. Don't hit that nigga. Don't be afraid of him. He's a pussy.
Right.
He's one of those niggas that put on an act like he's tough. Like if he hits you, fight back.
I'm pretty sure I know the answer to this next question. Maybe as far as podcasts, like what I do know about you, but I'm interested to see if you'll make me a correct person. So, have you ever had a pinch me moment where you couldn't believe what was happening?
Oh, brother. Oh, that's a good one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is.
That's a good one. I think, and I think it's more of a like a world type thing that I was able to catch it at that particular moment, but it's probably my best one, but I think it was back in 2018 or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
2017 when the solar eclipse hit the East Coast.
Gotcha.
I've never seen a phenomenon like that. And when I was able, to get the glasses and look at it, it wasn't a total eclipse,
Right.
But where I was at, because there was a solar eclipse like I think last year. That it didn't get that dark where I was at. It was more towards Texas. What they saw in Texas is what I saw those years ago in 2018 or whenever it was. It didn't get super dark, but it got fairly dark to where it could have been now 8 o'clock. It's like
right.
It's like the sun's completely down and all you can see is dim outside, but the sun's up there, but everything's just dim.
Right.
And it was really just a kind of a phenomenon. I'm like, this is shit right here that I can only picture in dreams. And I mean, that's the closest I can think to a pinch me moment, other than getting low. I'm not getting putting it with the goonery stuff because that was eventually going to happen anyway. But yeah, a phenomenon like that, and I had seen some shooting stars, and I thought those were pretty cool. But it wasn't like Halley's Comet type shit. It was just like a flurry of. I was like, that really just happened, and it was over before I could even go take a picture of it and memorize it. It's just up here now,
Hell yeah, we're down to our final 3. Here's one that's interesting. So this is a halfway backstory with the question because we actually had this happen last night, but to me personally, it's incomplete. We had, for anybody that makes it this far in this episode, hopefully you watch it all the way through. We had a super crossover last night. It felt incomplete mainly because a lot of us, I would rather have it in person, but that goes back to a different question. And we were missing one person at least for a live stream. We were missing Chisel, the homie. But we had a super crossover event on our 1-year anniversary. We had Triple P, Playing Possum podcast people. We had some members of 2 different Discords in there, and then we had Ross and Dub from In the Clutch ENT for hours. 4 hours. Today's Dub's birthday. Happy birthday, sir! But that was a great crossover. Now, that being, to me, it was incomplete, but it's not my question. It's yours. So what's your dream crossover with another podcaster group? So if last night wasn't the dream come true, what could it be for our podcast, for HGU and another group or podcast?
You know what? And it's really kind of similar to what we did, but I think more of a dream podcast. Really, and I was gonna say with Chisel, Dub, and Ross and everybody like in the same room. Honestly, I would like that, but I think the more bigger dream podcast is actually get on some of these athletes podcasts just to pick their brains on their lifestyle, everything outside of the sport that they did, whether it be football, basketball, baseball, hockey. Like these they live a different life than us, and being able to balance work like that and the lifestyle you had isn't always easy and luxurious.
For real,
it doesn't always work out like that. So
takes a lot of hard work.
Them having platforms to do stuff outside of basketball, stuff like that is something that's interesting to me. Or any sport actually. That's just something that interested in me because me as a former athlete, I can find stuff to do that I enjoy outside of my body not being able to hoop or run football or play sports like I used to.
Right. All right. That's cool. Hey, Steph Curry. Come on, bro. I'm saying. John Morant, you going to stay home, bro.
I don't know about John. I like John. I like John, brother. You're
dangerous, brother. But
what kind of dangerous? He went with the posse. I don't know about that.
All right, cool. No, so we down to the final. We down to the final 3 questions. So let's try to end this one strong. What's the one thing you believe, barring the greenery that's over there? What's the one thing you believe every person should try at least once?
Dog. Well, everything is what I should try at least once. Golly.
You thought it was gonna be easy?
No, man. I mean,
squeaky chair bam.
You know, it's not as strong as I think, but I think people should at least once, and it doesn't have to be anything crazy like Rolling Loud or Woodstock, or now we have Woodstock.
Mm-hmm.
The fuck 1970 shit. No, but like Rolling Loud, some shit like that. Don't have to be as big as that. But I went to a music concert when I was in college.
Mm-hmm.
It was actually in the basketball arena that we had, and Lupe Fiasco performed, and B.O.B. opened up for him.
Ooh.
Yeah, and it was the only music concert I've ever been to in my life, but I had an amazing time. Like all the lists that I had played, you know, all the playlists that Lupe. He didn't play every song, but a lot of my favorite songs was being played out there, and it was one of those experiences, you know, that I had never been a part of, and it was, you know, I wouldn't say euphoric, but it was definitely awesome, you know. I would definitely say at least try that once if it's not for you, and you don't even have to go big. You don't have to go to a Travis Scott concert and probably get, you know, pressed in a huge crowd. You know, start small. Seriously.
Yeah, I think these final two questions are going to throw you for a loop. We've been building up to some very deep questions. So, number 20. Number 20. Is there a moment in your life you wish you could do over, not because you regret it, but because it mattered so much?
No, this is a good one because I can think of it. Yeah. There's a moment in my life that I wish I could do over because it mattered. You know what? And it kind of goes back to what I said about that one sport that if I tried my best, I probably would have a different life. If I had pursued baseball a little bit better, if I had did that, because you don't see me talking baseball a lot,
you know, not because you regret it, just because it mattered to you so much.
It's not a regret. It's not much of a regret. It's just, you know, what it would have been like.
You wanted to do it longer. Okay.
Yeah, because I didn't really pursue baseball like that. I played in middle school. Right. I didn't really play that much in high school, and I just played, you know, intramurals in college. But if I had actually put more of a passion in baseball, and this is me like not playing basketball, like not even going football, or any other sport. Like if I had put all my time and effort in baseball, like some of my other friends that were in high school and some other people like that, maybe I would have ended up. And this is me thinking just on a peak scale. Maybe I would have ended up on a AAA minor league. And at this point in my life, I'd probably either be one retired or two a manager. And that's why I kind of think about and stuff like that. That's like, I think that's my biggest one because I've always loved baseball. I wasn't the wholly best at it, but over time I got good at it. But I didn't really pick it up and keep it going like I could have, you know.
Right.
And I always wondered if I really did that, how good could I have become? Would the MLB have ever been a thing? You know, that's more of a dream, though. You know.
You know, we are number 21.
21. Final question.
Final question. For $1 million, I wish it was for $1 million goddamn dollars. Anyway,
who you telling, brother?
Earlier, I asked you earlier if you could send a message to your past self. What would you say? So my final question to you now is what is the message you want to tell your future self as your present self?
Me telling my future self, because it's probably more so something that I would have to, you know, I have to kind of see where I'm at, but be visualizing me at my best success. Let's just say we make it big and I'm at my best success where I'm here and I'm there. I would tell myself, I know you made it and I know you made it right. Stay humble and die happy.
Stay humble, not happy. I mean that's a final one. I had some bullshit here because again, on my side on this unscripted show, it's not unscripted. Just his answers are. I have
Mm-hmm.
some bullshit. I just don't like how scripted it looks. So, because it's not what we're about. I was gonna say some shit. Thank you so much, Jay, for we look forward to your future. Fuck all that bullshit. Hey man, this
Nah,
has
do
been
your
great.
thing, bro.
You know what I'm
Do your
saying? It's
thing.
been wonderful. Like we are looking forward to the future HGU and
Yes,
Jay the
sir.
Kid and winning more rings. You know, having that saving amount of rings from ITC leagues and HGU leagues and stuff. Uh, we're looking forward to
Um,
all of that, especially meeting people in August and things coming up. So we are looking forward to everybody's journey. That's why we're on the show. Uh,
yeah.
to the viewers, though, this went longer than last time, but this man had talked, and that's what we're here for. We're here to talk. We're here to understand. So it's still a pleasure to always have you guys watching, commenting. I wish y'all would comment
Yes,
more,
sir.
honestly, because it helps me to prepare for the next show and what I need to do. Uh, but we still pleasure to have you all here with us today, and we do look forward to hearing from you in the comments. As always, just look forward to what's coming out next. Basically, we got the live streams that we're doing now. We got next week's episode. We're finally featuring Triple P Playing Possum podcast member on this 21 question show. Actually,
Yep.
next 2 weeks is two members from them. So we got big things. We're doing the little beefy beef thing with ITC. It's all in good fun. Love it. Keep it going. Good positivity. Good results. Making people
Mhm.
knock the dust off or whatnot. So we're doing good things. I feel inspired by Jay here today to continue doing what I need to do to make these shows as best as I can be for the group, with the group, and for the future of the group. So, as always, I am your host, OG Bam. I am here again with the Intercontinental Crash Out Champion, Jay the Kid. And this has been 21 Questions, a High Ground Q&A. And I'll see you all next time.
Peace.